follow-up to my maple syrup video. I actually posted that video. I got a lot of great comments. A lot of people saying they might give it a try next year. So consequently, after a week after I posted that video, I was up here walking the forest with a good friend of mine who's a forester. We were looking at some timber and things, and he gave me some tips on how to identify basically the two classes of maple that they talk about. You have your hard maple, which has the high sugar content. It takes less sap to boil into syrup. And then you have your soft maple. It will also produce sap for you, but it has a lower sugar content, so you need more of that sap to get to your desired amount of syrup. So I was talking with them, and basically I said, well, how do you tell? I mean, I know this is a maple, I know that's a maple, but how do you tell? And he gave me a little tip, which actually is a good thing to do right now. If you're in southern PA or down there, it might be a little late for it, but the two trees bud differently. And I'll show you that here in a second. But the soft maples tend to have a bud right now, early, we're at March 31st, that you can see. It's that red bud, you know, a lot of them, and you can see them from the ground. The hard maple trees tend to have just a small brown bud at this time. So they're not fully looking like they're ready to flower. They're just have buds on them. So he told me to walk around and look and find the maple trees. Obviously, I want to try to get as many hard maples in my mix as I can, because I'm limited on my equipment, and I don't really want to put my equipment on a tree that's going to give me sap that I'm going to have to boil for a day and a half to get syrup out of. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk around and I'm going to look for those trees, and I'm going to mark them. I brought a little blue paint, and I'm going to mark the trees so that next year when I come out and I want to put some 12 buckets out here, I can put them on some hard maple trees and see what kind of difference it makes. Okay, first, here's the easy one. This is the soft maple. This is the one that's going to give you sap, but not a high sugar content. So they're going to be doing this, and I'll show you what the treetops look like when they're covered with this. I'm sure you've seen them, but this is what the soft maples are doing right now. You can see the red buds look like little flowers ready to go. And then on the other hand, I trimmed this from a small hard maple I found up here, but you can see the difference. Just little brown buds ready to come out, but they're not big flower clusters, they're just little brown buds. So there's your hard maples. So that's what you want to be looking for when you're out surveying your maple trees for next year. Try to get as many of these as you can, because you'll boil less, and you also get a lighter syrup. I like the amber color syrup. It actually looks like good bourbon. I like that color syrup. It's really sweet, and I just like the flavor and the look of it. The darker syrup tends to come, he also told me, from when you are boiling a lot of soft maple. Less sugar content, it's on the boil longer, it gets a little darker. Still tastes good, but the color's a little darker, and I think that's because, I'm not sure, but I think that might be because you're boiling a lot of soft maple sap. So just wanted to give you that tip so you could get out there hopefully this week. Okay, I got up here in the woods a little bit, and I had a perfect side-by-side example, so I thought I'd show it to you. If you look up that tree, obviously a soft maple, look at all the buds. I mean, the branches almost look like they're starting to fill out. And then right over here, this tree I'm standing by, go up, and it's got, you know, still the skeleton of the canopy. You really can't see the buds. So I came down here and put some blue paint on it, and we will see it next spring. So I hope that helps you identify your maple trees and maybe make better syrup next year, or take less time doing it. I hope you get out in the woods this week, and we'll talk to you again soon.